Hello and welcome to another 4-minute Muppet Madness, your daily summary for the most reliable and important news around the world on Manchester United. So let's get right into it. I think we're going to have a little bit of an easier day than yesterday. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about this. United's financials came out overnight. It was it's an important subject to understand, even though it's more confusing, because it will give you the knowledge of gathering why United are doing what they're doing in the market, why they're operating a certain way, and what they can do this summer. Checking with my sources on this based on that. The main thing that I wanted to find out, because the financials that came out looked pretty bleak, was whether United were in any danger of having PSR problems or in violation of profit and sustainability rules. And the information that I gathered, you can kind of read all those details about the losses, was that it was very tight, that cost-cutting measures were implemented. That was one of the reasons for no January transfers, no transfers in June, no new contracts, all of the cuts that we saw, things that are kind of unpopular. But because of all of this, the club feel confident that because of these actions, they're compliant with profit and sustainability regulations for 2023, 2024, and the two prior seasons, and did not have to then undertake the sale of players pre-June 30th, as many other clubs did. As we saw, United did not have to do that. They did not have to go about selling players before June 30th, and they were even able to pay for Dan Ashworth and force Newcastle into that move to help them solve their issues. So it's good news. I did a full, huge discussion on this on the live, so make sure you watch the first 30 minutes of that. I brought PJ in, and we have a full video going over United's finances coming out Friday that I think you should really watch. It's a good subject to educate yourself on and to understand our transfer business. In short, United should be fine on PSR. The view is there's a lot of short-term pain in terms of what was spent on the takeover and all of that, but in the long term, the investment is worthwhile, getting new ownership, new management, and in the future, continued financial control and not wasting money is key. Chris Wheeler, exclusive to Manchester United first team physios leave. So 2 more people from the medical department under Gary O'Driscoll, and further changes underway at Carrington. He also put out that McLaren staying. I think we knew that though, but in a different role. Go give that article a read. There's a lot of good information in there. One of the things that I just talked about back in January was when another physio, at the time the head physio, departed from United. The senior physio would depart, and that there was a continuation of a process in the overhaul in the medical department driven by Gary O'Driscoll. So we see, this has been ongoing for a long time. When it first happened, the first departure of a physio back in January, now there's more new people starting in the medical department. And we spoke a lot about this on July 2nd. In my video, I mentioned that there would be new medical staff joining in addition. Did not know who would be leaving and joining. Good story from Chris Wheeler, but really all about giving Gary O'Driscoll full remit and backing to overhaul the department, something he's been working a lot with Sir Dave Brailsford on. Fabrizio Romano gave the here we go on Donny van de Beek to Girona leaving. And then there was one other story here from, I think it was DiMarzio here, saying that negotiations between Marseille and Greenwood slowed down. He wasn't sure. There was talk of the mayor. Lazio might want to come in. Goes back and forth. There was a story in RMC, French paper, that I couldn't find, that said they were going to sign him anyways. There's a little back and forth on this. Just a story to follow. I'm not really sure where it stands as of now, but definitely one to keep an eye on and an important sale for United. So that's the major news we have for today. A bit quieter than usual because, of course, the England game, which is a huge win for England, going to the finals again in the Euros. But those are the major stories right now. We could probably expect news to accelerate now on Xerxes and Matthijs de Ligt as Netherlands are knocked out. Make sure you watch the live I put out earlier if you want to catch up on the PSR things. Also went over all the transfers, strategy, Lenny Yoro, all of that. There were a couple little stories here and there about Lenny Yoro still likely going to Madrid, but not really news, so didn't include that in this. Okay, that's what we have for today. Thank you for watching the summary. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications on. See you in the next one.